Hello, welcome to part 4 of my challenge, or my meeting at Nephilimfree's challenge. I've been watching all his videos. I finished those. I'm on his favorites. I'm just finished watching 20 of his favorites on his new video to Danny Mill, or I noticed it about a week ago, so I just watched that one. And I made a quick summary to kind of prove that I watched them. But on a little side note, the last video I talked about the dinosaur soft tissue, and Nephilimfree kind of he didn't seem to like it. So I'm going to just kind of stick to the summaries and stuff. Okay, let's get on with this. Okay, the first video I watched was New World Order for Dummies. It was interesting, a quick summary, talking about the U.S., Canada, and Mexico, like, kind of becoming one. That's just a quick thing, but okay. Next, thought-provoking archaeology, part 1 of 6. I left a comment to this guy, and it had zero archaeology in the first part. It was kind of a attempt for an emotional appeal, or appeal to emotion. I really didn't enjoy it because they were kind of conveying the message that anything you do in this life or you don't have to worry about anything in this life because you'll have eternity. 3 is Noah's answering machine. I just gotta say, I'm Italian, and yeah, the angry neighbor is like an Italian stereotype, and it's kind of weird because he honestly asked for help in that stuff, and Noah just ignored him. 3, the theistic atheist Jenga move. Geerup, he's just kind of going crazy about Kenneth Miller debunking, or his argument against Behe's irreducible complexity. I noticed during it he never actually makes an argument against it. He just says, oh, well, just because you say it can't happen or whatever, but pretty much he showed a way that it worked without some of the parts, and Behe's irreducible complexity says that none of the parts will work without the other ones. And just a side note, geerup is a great example that Christians are still people and they can still be huge a-holes. Next one, 20 atheists, evolutionists, logic errors, 1. I think I've seen several of those on Way of the Master, one of their programs. Joel Osteen versus Paul Washer, part 3 of 3. I really dislike that guy. It's really kind of disgusting. But Christian bashing by Christians, I wrote down here, and I would say that if I was the last man on Earth, or if him and I were the last 2 people on Earth, I don't know if I would be able to handle him. Today's evangelical Christianity, what's happening? More Christian fighting. Christians can't agree on their religion. Yeah, this is just kind of weird. The biblical flood explained, the hydroplane theory. You guys can look that up. I can't, or don't have the time to go through all that stuff. Louis Giglio, Laminin, type of a sermon about how great God is. I think he's one of those people that Paul Washer would disagree with. The guy in the video I mentioned 2 up. Paul Washer loved those in Christ are beloved. I don't know how much of this guy can handle, actually. Water as a fuel, interesting. But with all of the gas price and stuff, I'm kind of wondering how this stuff's not getting more of a go. I've did some research, and preliminary, kind of showing that there's been a lot of scams with this stuff. I'm with a lot of the lower stuff, like how they were showing it on there, but I noticed that they never, like, actually showed the car, outgoing, seeing how, testing it. But the 12th video, John Todd explains the Illuminati, conspiracy theory. It's just, and then I watched his new video, the Responding to Dan Mill 23. Yeah, think it was kind of weird. I saw the video, but yeah, I'd rather not say too much about it. But let's moving on. Salvation for all through Jesus Christ. It's some apologetics work. Why Korn lead guitarist left the band and became a Christian. First of all, I don't really follow musicians that much, but it's kind of weird that he took drugs for a week straight, and then he read the Bible. I don't know if somebody would be able to read straight, and then or take drugs for a week straight and then be able to read. But I'm happy for him that he got straight and all that stuff, and they kind of made it sound like Korn was forcing him to stay, which I found that the lead guitarist is, or not the lead guitarist, but the vocals are, he's going to do like a project with Head, which that's the lead guitarist's stage moniker. So I don't think there was really animosity there. So Toby's testimony, it's, a lot of these testimonies sound like copy-pastas. You can find those online. It's a meme. But pretty much he was on drugs really bad, broke the law, escaped from the cops, then he found Jesus. Testimony, it's this guy, he seemed really honest. So that one, I like that one a lot. A changed life through Jesus Christ, another copy paste I put down. But it's kind of weird because these people sound this, they act the same way as they do with, their Christianity as they did with their drugs. It seems like they're just kind of, what do I want to say, but they're kind of just replacing one thing for another. Truth Group, are dinosaurs really as old as we think? It's one of his new favorites about discovery of soft tissue. Mummified dinosaur, no DNA was found, they found skin. They also mentioned that it could have been a flash flood that could have done that. Video, dinosaur mummies meal revealed, National Geographic. It's it's almost the same thing. Like they said, it was, as they described it, sounded like they were mummified in the same way, or in nearly the same way. But then Salvation Video Part 1, he talks about the doing it things for yourself attitude. That sounds kind of like the whole natural selection type stuff, but the survival of the fittest, I'm sorry, but like Kent Hovind described, he said that the Bible was the first to describe survival of the fittest, and then I have to say, well, what if that survival of the fittest, or what if that whole attitude of me, leads me to helping an old lady push her car when it breaks down halfway down the road like I did, or taking care of several baby birds that get attacked by my cats when they get out. I know I say way too much, but that's the end of what I've watched so far, and I will be continuing on, and hopefully I get the support that I have been. Thank you to everybody who has been giving me the support, and goodbye.